Hey, this is Granger Smith.
Granger Smith on the phone. What's up, man?
How's it going, buddy?
I have Vicki along with us.
Hi, Granger.
Hey, Vicki, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Now,
Good, thank you.
the big question is Earl Dibbles Jr. going to be joining us for the interview today?
He's not. He's working too hard.
He's working. Okay. Well, I'm sure you can tell us all about his part in the show coming up tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
Out on tour, your Yee Yee Nation tour continues. How's it going so far?
Yeah, it's going awesome. We've been playing all January.
Okay.
But tonight is the first time of the official tour, and we're in Tucson tonight.
So you're out on the road doing this tour, but I also hear a rumor that you're in the studio recording a new album. How does that work?
Yeah, I'm actually sitting here on the phone, staring at a computer screen on the bus with all the tracks editing right now. So yeah, we're going to have new music coming out, and we're going to do half and half, which is something I haven't done before. Release about half of the record first in the spring, and then the other half in the fall.
Wow. Okay. So you're editing actually right now as you sit on the bus on the phone?
Yeah, I stopped currently editing just to talk to you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Need a break. Sometimes when you're in that creative process, you need to walk away from it and then come back to it. Now, speaking of creative processes, your videos are absolute hoot.
Thank you.
How do you come up with the ideas?
It's something I've just always done. I've always incorporated videos into music from the very beginning when I first started doing music. I was doing this with my brother, who's also my manager. We were doing this when we were little bitty kids. We were making music videos and making funny videos. And so it's just something I've always done, and I've always taken it hand in hand, and I always thought it was important, especially with social media platforms like YouTube, to be able to give people a different side of you that they could watch.
We're speaking with Granger Smith, who will be at the world-famous Museum Club Saturday night. So how do you make the decision whether Earl Dibbles Jr. makes an appearance in a Granger Smith video?
That's usually a pretty easy decision. If there's a way we could do it, we do it.
Where did you come up with your alter ego, Earl Dibbles Jr.?
Well, it was a little bit of an accident, and an intentional accident, I could say. But
all right.
We were doing a lot of videos at the time, and believe it or not, there's a lot of other characters out there, too, on YouTube that pre-existed before Earl.
Okay.
And Earl was just another character that I had done on the road, that I had, with the guys, just in passing. We kind of had this voice that I would speak in. And so when it was time to make another character, another video, Earl was kind of the next down the pipeline. And my two brothers and I, out where my folks live, we went down and proceeded to put Earl on tape for the first time. It was just very easy. On the way down to the little house where we filmed it, we decided that it was going to be a monologue of what Earl's doing during the day. And my brother Tyler said, I think his name should be Earl Dibbles Jr. He'd been thinking about that for a while. And that's really all it was to it. And after we finished, I said, I think this is funny. Do you guys think it's funny? And they said, yeah, it's funny. But we didn't know until we put it on YouTube, and it went viral.
Yeah, you didn't realize how funny it was, did you?
No, we didn't.
So Earl got you in connection with like CBS Sports and doing a bunch of other things. Is Earl the connection between you and Johnny Football, or did you have that because of Texas A&M?
No, that was from Texas A&M. Yeah,
okay.
He would go to our shows there.
Granger Smith joining us here on KAFF Country. He's going to be at the world-famous Museum Club Saturday night. I'm pretty sure Johnny Football's not going to be there because of the whole rehab thing. We have more with Granger Smith coming up on 92.9 KAFF Country. That's Earl Dibbles Jr., who's going to be performing with Granger Smith on Saturday night, world-famous Museum Club. Right now, we're talking with Granger Smith on KAFF Country.
Hey, so I've been reading a lot on you, and you're a big supporter of our American soldiers. Tell me how you got into that.
Well, it actually goes back to Texas A&M, like we just said. I was in the Corps Cadets there, and a lot of my friends were going into contract into the military, and I went into music and kind of felt guilty that they were doing something noble and I was doing something more or less fun. And so I decided that the more and more I got into music, the more and more I needed to go overseas and play over in a war zone like Iraq. Do a month-long tour, and we would travel base to base, about 2 bases a day. A lot of them are very small, and traveling by helicopter, and it just changed the way I looked at the freedoms that we enjoy every day at home.
Yeah.
And it changed the way that I wanted to talk about it to other people. And so that's a lot of the inspiration was from those tours.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And it must be, it's probably a great feeling for you to be able to give, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal.
You can find out more what Granger Smith is doing to help out the troops with the boot campaign. You can find that on his website. It's grangersmith.com. So the show, as in tomorrow night, what can we expect when we come out to the show?
Well, this is something we've been looking forward to. Played Museum Club back in the early days, back before anyone knew who we were and back before anyone wanted to show up. Love that venue. It's just such a cool place. It's such a cool vibe. You know, tiny little place that just has so much character to it. I know if they're saying it's small, I know the capacity is small. Don't worry about that. This is going to be really, really cool. So we're excited.
It has a lot of character, and it has a lot of characters in it.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's next for Earl Dibbles Jr.? We kind of are hearing what's next for Granger Smith, but can you tell us what's next for Earl?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Earl has a song on this new EP that's coming out in the spring.
Sweet.
And we're excited about that, and excited about that song, and excited to incorporate that to the live show, too.
So possibility we get to hear some of the new stuff on Saturday night?
Yeah, we're going to be putting a little bit of that in the show for sure.
I know that Earl could be temperamental at times, you know, so does he get to lead off the show, or is he closing out the show, or does he just show up in the middle?
He always closes it out.
All right.
Okay.
You just got to feed that ego. I understand.
That's right, exactly.
All right, man. That's Granger Smith, going to be at the World Famous Museum Club tomorrow night. Granger, thank you for taking the time to come in and talk to us here on KAFF Country. We're looking forward to a great show tomorrow night. Any particular song you think we should play next?
Why don't you play what our latest single is, Bury Me in Blue Jeans.
All right.
We will get that on coming up next on 92.9 KAFF Country.
Thank you guys so much.